Hello to all my friends out there. Here we are again. So I have leftover chili, so I want to just make myself a sandwich. So today I bought these hamburger buns, 50% off. They were like a skew in the bag, but they looked okay, so I thought for 50 cents, they look fine. I will take them. And so this video is Seniors-Jobless-Poor. Okay, I did a lot of these videos, and then, I got off on these tangents. But I decided to do another one, and it is, if funds run low, what shall I do? So why I decided to do this is here in California, in LA, they have prolonged the rent moratorium. That means if your job or, your life has been disrupted by the COVID, they cannot kick you out. So if you don't pay your rent, you cannot be kicked out of your dwelling, which might be good if you're a tenant, but it's not good if you're like a small, you're like some retired person with an apartment complex, or, maybe not retired, because those bills have to be paid. And so by doing this, if we should have a real estate crash, maybe some people cannot hang on unless they're very, very stable. So real estate, I've been studying real estate, is controlling a large amount of money with a small amount of money, but still you have to have money coming in. So if we have a crash, a real estate crash, okay, I have bacon. If we have a real estate crash, and it's not if, it's when, then that's going to give you less borrowing leverage. A whole lot less, like none. Like you could possibly own more on your property than it's worth if things drastically reduce. So I have bacon, lettuce, tomato, and then I have some lettuce. So one of the things one can do is one meal a day can be a sandwich with a small fruit or a small veggie. And you could literally live on that. I buy the lettuce mix for $1. So we'll have a little lettuce. So I don't like this lettuce. It's a couple days old. This stuff doesn't last really that long, but it's $1, so it's still a good deal. And then I made some celery and almond butter. I got almond butter for 33 cents. A jar. The next day I went back and it was $1, which is still cheap. But if you're shopping at one of these discount places, you want to buy, and then I have some olives, and I have a tangerine that I bought marked down. So this is a plenty big enough meal, so I'm not going to be starving out. But if I should get that way, I will just eat some chili. What I do is, like when I make things like chili, here it is. Okay, when I make chili after, dinner is done, I have some black tea. I find this tea to be good. When I first started the tea parties, I just went to Dollar Tree and I bought this stuff, and I've been drinking it ever since. So, okay, so money is tight. This is a real crappy situation. If you don't sell before the real estate crashes, bad things could happen. Like my mother-in-law's house dropped half price, so that was real bad. I mean, it was still worth a lot more money than she paid for it, but it would have been better to have sold before, kind of, sort of. So it's very tricky. Okay, so we know inflation is hitting. We know trouble is probably coming with this conflict. There was a report that Finland was sending half of its tanks to the border between Finland and Russia. Then they came out and they said, oh, no, everything is okay. But now Finland wants to join NATO, which is the one thing Russia hates. So they have their tanks there, and the people in Finland panicked. And so I heard this on YouTube, and then I heard, people retract, say, no, Poland's not preparing for war. So when you hear stuff online, the tanks are probably still there. Okay, so the cost of everything's going up. You don't have very much money, so we're going to go over what I do. If you follow me, you know about most of this stuff. But I'm going to try to put it in a way that's kind of going to make sense. Okay, let's say if you have $200 grocery money, which is what welfare gives you, I think, per person. So $50 a week, approximately. So what you're going to try to do is find your food 50% off. That's going to help you more than anything, because then instead of having $200 worth of food, you have $400. Are your hamburger buns askew? Yeah, probably. Is your almond butter nearly ready to expire? Let's see, here it is. It expires May 2022. I paid 33 cents for this. The next day they were back up to $1. So it takes a little while to get the hang of it. So let's say, okay, you have this $50 and you go, but I don't have any food in the house. Well, we're going to talk about that too. But if you have any food in the house, try to get that food together to help you out for the first 2 weeks. So you have $200. So the best way to do is divide the month, the first 2 weeks, the second 2 weeks, because that is going to protect you from suffering a lot the last week of the month, especially if you don't get paid until the 3rd or you don't get your check. Okay, so month 1, you have $200. The first 2 weeks, you try to spend $50 or come as close as you can. The second 2 weeks, you try to spend $50. So you have spent $100 and you have $100 remaining. So you might be thinking, well, it's gonna be too miserable. Well, we have strategies for that. Okay, so maybe the first week you only come up with $50 extra, but all right. Now, if you're running short, like, first 2 weeks, go to the pantry, the food bank, and the churches and try to get EBT. All you have to do is ask them. All they can do is say no. Almost everyone on Social Security qualifies. Okay, month 2. You have your $200 and your $100 that remains, giving you $300. The first 2 weeks you spend $50. The second 2 weeks you have $50. So you spend $50 by buying your food half price. We're going to go into how to do that. So you have a remainder of $100. See the two $100 here? So now month 3 is when it starts getting good. You have your $200 and you have this $100 and this $100. So that gives you $400. But again, you're only going to spend $50. You're really getting $100 worth of food, but you're buying the food half price. Like, I'm sure I bought the bacon half price. And then month 4, you have the $300 and your $200. That gives you $500 minus the 100, which gives you a remainder of $400. So now what you can do as well is when the $100 is left over, say if you're on EBT, then you can buy some extra meat or something like that. Because I wouldn't carry over a lot of money on EBT, but if I got up here to this $300 situation, that would be a good situation. What I could do is I could spend I could spend part of it. I could figure that out. So that is really going to help you So now I want to talk about, okay, you're going to try to do this, and how should you do it? Okay, one thing that can really help you are these 10 items. Bread or crackers. So say you would go to like Walmart where they have the good bread for 84 cents or make some. You would try to get crackers. Where are my crackers? I bought these crackers for $1, so you know that's half price. Potatoes. I bought potatoes marked down. So I'm buying produce, potatoes and onions. Here's the potatoes right here. I bought them 25 cents a pound. You're going to find the place where you can get the produce marked down. Rice, because there's all kinds of things. You're not going to be starving if you have these 10 items. Beans. I buy beans marked down. When I see them, you know, the bag's 50% off, I pick them up. Pasta. So you can make macaroni and cheese and spaghetti. Milk. Okay, if you have dairy and vegetables, you can get by. So milk, cheese, and eggs. Now, if you have milk, you can make cheese. Where's my cheese? I still have a lot left. I like to eat, I made this with 2 cups of shelf-stable milk and 2 tablespoons of butter. I heated the milk hot but not boiling, and I added 2 tablespoons of butter, of vinegar. I stirred it around and I let it set for 45 minutes, and then I just let it drip into a pan, and you know, I just molded it. I've done many videos. So notice this one is whole milk. A lot of the places, I bought that for $1.25. A lot of the places that sell shelf-stable milk sell 2%. That's not really good for storage, because what if you need some cheese? So you have cheese and vegetables you can survive, like cheese and beans, or macaroni and cheese. Okay, eggs. Marked down produce. The best way to get the marked down produce is just stop in every day. Like I bought tomatoes and I bought tangerines yesterday when I saw them. I bought bananas. You know, I bought whatever I could find. Okay, cereal. Okay, I bought this at Grocery Outlet. You know, marked down, and I would eat that with some of my shelf-stable milk. And then bacon, tuna, sausage, and chorizo. So take a look at this, or take a screenshot if you wish. So when you buy, you know, you can buy these for $1.25, and this is going to give you a lot of food right here. You can make potato soup. One of the preppers made the best comment. He said if you have bread, you can put 2 or 3 of these in your bread and have a giant sandwich, and it's not very many calories either, and it's going to last you. So I bought this one for $1, and then when I went back they were $1.99. So you have to kind of take advantage. That's why if you accumulate a little cash, it's going to help you so much. So so now I have cheat meals, and so like tonight I don't really need a whole meal because I have my chili in there, and the chili was good too, you guys. So okay, spaghetti. So use less meat. So if you use less meat, just add like a beef bouillon cube to make it a little bit more meaty, or add some cheese, or add some mushrooms. Macaroni and cheese, that is, if you make it good, that is really good leftover. Chili, same thing, 1/4 pound meat. That's going to stretch your meat because you're going for half price food for now. So how it's half price is you make it one day and then you eat it the next day, so it's half price, you know. Fried rice, okay, when I make it, I use Spam. I cut it in little cubes and I fry it to season my pan in some oil. I scramble some eggs, then I just put vegetables and rice, and I fry it around with salt, pepper, and sugar, and then soy sauce. Okay, now chicken with mashed potatoes or rice and corn. And then while we can, we should get some of those $5 bags of chicken legs at Walmart. Make a big batch of potato salad, and then you can eat that for a couple days with some sausages or some hot dogs. Or if you find this, you can make yourself some nice hamburgers. Or you can make yourself some breakfast sandwiches with hamburger buns. Or some ham sandwiches. And then I just learned this one, baked beans with toast, cold peaches or pears. So this kind of stuff is going to get you started. I'm not saying be miserable. I'm just saying, you know, like if you have some sausages with this, that would be good. The chicken is good. The potato salad with the sandwich is good. The tuna casserole, did I say tuna casserole with some peas is going to be nutritious. Fried rice, plenty of rice. Enchiladas with cheese and olives. Okay, so how that is half price is because you're eating it for 2 days. So you could eat it for 3 days. You could eat it for 4 days, but I would suggest 2. Okay, now about a garden. I can't afford a garden. You don't have to afford a garden. Okay, I didn't have any pots, so I used my big gulp cut. Here is my tomato. I sprouted out of a tomato seed. Some of them I sprouted out of seeds out of tomatoes, and some of them I bought 25-cent seeds at Dollar Tree. And I've been stocking up on those because I want to stagger my garden. So now my tomato plants, I will sell these at the swap meet for $2 each. They're a good deal. And by next weekend, they should be nice and big. So I could plant them all too, although I would have tons of tomatoes in that case. Okay, so then if you don't have any dirt, you've got to find dirt. Okay, I have up the street all kinds of topsoil. I just put it in a big garbage can and, you know, bring it home. I did that when I filled in my garden, and it was quite unpleasant. Some of you may remember. So we're going to figure out how to do gardening. So I can't because I don't have a yard. Well, if you have a balcony or a little backyard or even a windowsill, just say I'm going to do it. Okay, selling. Okay, let's say you're going to sell on eBay. What did I do? So don't say I can't afford it. We're going to talk about this. See this blouse? This is so pretty. This is a silk blouse, and I bought it today so cheap. So this is a luxury item. It's a Nordstrom's blouse, so it's not like, you know, but it's nice. And what is nice about this is you can wear it in the winter time with some black slacks and a blazer, or if you went somewhere like a cruise, which I can never go on, you could wear some sandals and some white slacks and look very super duper for very little money. So that is the kind of stuff I sell. So today I bought that lovely, did I take the thing out? Well, I think I paid $3 or $4 for it. So it's really pretty. And then I bought something else. Now I have costume, jewelry, and collectibles, but I started doing clothes, but I try to find this. This is an American. I always thought, like, you know, a stewardess would be so damn good, except for one little thing. I'm very, look how cute this is. I have pins, all kinds of things. It's so cute. So I bought it for $1. I say the person who owned this has to be dead, wouldn't you? Which it's a good thing that somebody who could really appreciate it got it. So it's not worth that much now, but in time when it's vintage, it will be. I will leave it to my granddaughter. Okay, and then I bought one of the things. Now these are pretty nice sunglasses, you guys. So they're a little bit loose, but they're still in really, they don't fall off or anything. So what you can do is you can take them to Walmart. These are really nice. Tortoise shell with blue lenses. That is hard to find. So you can take them to Walmart and they will tighten them for you. Maybe free, maybe for a small fee. So what I do with this kind of stuff, I might wear these 3 or 4 years, and then I sell them at the swap meet for $1. So okay, back to what you do is if you do the auction, it doesn't cost you, but you have to pay postage. So if you never spend your postage, say if it costs me like $8.50 to mail the blouse, I remove the $8.50. I have to pay eBay and PayPal 15%, so I have to add that on to the blouse. And then the cost of the item, you always want to remove that. So you're not, and you want to buy your stuff very low. So for that lovely blouse, I would probably charge between $20 and $27. It depends. So you're taking out all the expenses on each item before you spend the money. Then you never have to come up with the postage, the PayPal, and the cost of the item again. And so in time, you're going to prosper, just like the 50% grocery buying. Okay, now the swap meet. Okay, what I do is I sell, what my idea was, when I would retire, I would go to the swap meet every weekend, 2 times, and, you know, I would sell junk, but the COVID messed me up. But I told my son, I don't want to abandon this because it's going to keep me busy. So you remove the cost to get in. So say if it's $30 to get in, you never spend that. Then you never have to pay to get in again. You try to find free items at the swap meet. People leave. You can get those free and then sell them. Or buy very low. That's the best way. Then you don't get a whole bunch of junk. Okay, now here's another. Now this is like funds are low. You know, you're in LA and you're not paying your rent, for God's sakes. I'd have a heart attack. Okay, what I do is I leave the house from the time I get up until it is dark. So all day long, I'm not in my house. I'm not wear and tearing my house. I'm not using utilities. And then when I'm sleeping, I'm not spending significant amounts of money. So a person who does this habitually, I've been doing this last year and this year, no telling how much money I saved. And people would always say, you cheated, something's up with you. No. Like today, I was out and about. It gets me out of the house. I was in my backyard. If I didn't want to go anywhere, I would just be outside from the time I got up until the time I went to bed. Or from here, like, I can actually walk down to a really nice shopping center and I could get some, you know, a drink or a donut or something and then walk back. So by limiting the amount of time you're in your house, you're limiting every expense in your house. And, you know, wear and tear is to be avoided. Now, try to reduce, so then you start getting a little extra money, well, even from the beginning. Try to locate, drastically reduce food each day. So today I bought, now these are good. I bought these at 99 cents only, and I ate 3 of them in my car, and I thought, you know, really, and then, you know, I bought these. So this was $1.50, because these were $2, and these, so I got them for $1, and these were $1, and I got them for 50 cents. So I think that's all the drastically reduced. Now, another way to buy stuff free or half price is buy one, get one free. That one's good. You get a full, and always buy full size boxes and everything. Okay, so now another thing you can do is you can get free refills. Like how I do that, I could get them at McDonald's, but then I'd have to sit in there and, you know, still a little dangerous. But I can refill my Diet Cokes for $1 at 7-Eleven. So I want to tell you something now I'm going to be eating. Okay, I'm trying to find Keto Snacks, and I found these, and believe it or not, these are good. Dill pickle pork rinds, 99 cents only. And so the first one I discovered was these, and these are really good with Diet Coke. So I bought those. I bought these at grocery outlet for 99 cents, and these are good cookies because they say sweet treats, probably anything with flour and sugar and oil and butter, that kind of stuff, and chocolate is going to go up. So I actually bought 2 of these. But once you get to a certain point, okay, and then, you know, like when you buy sunglasses and jewelry, you have to clean it because that's a good way to catch the shingles. So I couldn't find eyeglass. I'm really glad this happened. You know those little eyeglass, like these things, these little wipes? So I bought these and I wiped my sunglasses down with them, and then I polished them up with a microfiber cloth. And these are a lot softer and a lot bigger, 99¢ only. And then when I was at, so I want to stockpile tuna for sure, but I was at 99¢ only, and I got some seeds. I want to mention the Mexican way is tomatoes, onions, peppers, and squash. So that is what I would want to, squash goes pretty good in my backyard, like zucchinis and crookneck squash. That's it. Okay, you guys, please like, comment, and subscribe, and God bless you all.